Welcome back, Tech Newbies. Today we'll take a look at this cheap Machinic K500 hot swappable 90% mechanical keyboard. Is this worth your money? Let's go.
Tech Newbies.
This video is not sponsored. I bought this unit with my own money, so no bias here. The package, a bit dinged from shipping, came in this nice black, blue, purple box with the brand logo and the model up in front. Opening the box, we have the keyboard itself, which we'll take a closer look later. The manual that no one ever reads, an angled USB-C cable for connecting the keyboard, a bag of goodies which includes the switch puller, keycaps puller, and two spare switches. The keyboard came wrapped in this thin foamy material. Up front is some branding. On the left side, you have the USB-C port. At the back are more branding, and that's just about it as there are nothing on the right side. The bottom has a textured surface and rubber feet. The top feet can be lifted to angle the keyboard if you prefer it that way. Beside the escape key are two LED indicators for caps and numlock. Here it is in comparison with the Keychron K4. This keyboard has a numpad, but it's missing a column on the right that usually has the enter, plus, minus buttons. Instead, the plus and minus buttons were placed at the top of the slash and asterisk, with the enter button completely missing. Hence, it might take you a while to get used to this layout if you are a heavy user of the enter key on the numpad area. Weight-wise, this is quite light compared to the K4 which has aluminum frame versus the K500's plastic construction. But for a budget mechanical keyboard, I have to say that the build quality is surprisingly good. Here's a sound comparison between the two keyboards. Do note that my K4 is already modded with EBA foam as shown in one of my previous videos. Overall for me, the K500 sound was nice considering its price. Now let's compare the shape. Up front, the K4 is a bit taller. On the side, the K4 is also a bit taller than the K500. As with most mechanical keyboards, there are secondary functions in the F keys, which can be activated by holding down the Fn key and the F key. There's also a dedicated print screen and calculator key, something that the K4 doesn't have. Here are some of the backlight modes of the K500. You can cycle through this by holding the Fn key and Alt key. You can also adjust the brightness by holding the Fn key and or pressing the arrow up and down keys. Holding the Fn key and pressing the control key cycles through the red, green, blue, yellow, pink, cyan, white, and RGB effects. There's also a software that enables you to save custom profiles and create macros, something that the more expensive Keychron K4 doesn't have. Overall, for me, the K500 is of great value. Despite being made of plastic, its build quality is quite impressive. The typing experience is also great for its price. And to top it off, there is software support for profile customization and macro creation. Would I recommend this? It's a resounding yes. This is a definite must have first mechanical keyboard if you want to experience the typing pleasures of a mechanical keyboard without breaking the bank. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. See you again next time. Keep safe. Peace.